Enthusiasm, expressing interest and excitement in what I do.
I'm Julia Gordon. I'm the director of AAS Graphic Design and Printmaking at Parsons School of Design in New York City. So how do I stay enthusiastic semester to semester? Honestly, sometimes it's hard. I think that everybody struggles through what am I doing, why am I doing, what's the impact of what I'm doing. I struggle sometimes, students struggle, admin struggle. When I think about something like enthusiasm, I might replace it with a word that might feel more focused, like passion. And I've had students say to me, Julia, you're really scary. We were scared of you. And I'll say, but why were you scared of me? I'm really goofy and funny, and I make mistakes in the class all the time. And they'll look at me and they'll say, you're so passionate. I'm like, well, why are you here spending 4 years of your life or 2 years of your life? You better care about it. That sort of passion is the thing that gets you through the endless nights. So I think I'm enthusiastic in the class, but I think it mainly shows in the way that I'm supportive and encouraging. And it's not enthusiasm without structure.
The character quality of enthusiasm is important to almost every role that you can think of. In any type of job, any type of company or organization, we need to have people who are enthusiastic about what they're doing. Imagine if you were in a customer service role. You've probably seen someone who's not enthusiastic. Well, it tells you a lot about the type of service you're probably going to get. Also, think about a role that would be for someone who is at a desk job, who is working with their teammates. When a person is enthusiastic, they can bring energy to the people who are around them.
There are two ways to find a purpose. One is the purpose for your work, and it should be something you really enjoy doing. So it's the kind of social, physical work that you enjoy doing. Work takes a lot of your life, so you better find something that suits you. So if you don't like traveling, don't have a job that has a lot of traveling. If you don't like working in teams, don't work in design. Finding purpose for project-based work is always thinking about how is this project going to impact somebody's life. So we do work with public high schools on the Lower East Side, and the work may not end up being portfolio work, but it impacts somebody's life who never gets the opportunity to work with a designer and get their voice and their idea visualized. That's money in the bank. That's just so rewarding.
To find your purpose, you first want to start with thinking about your personal strengths. What is it that you're good at? What do you excel in? When we know that, we're better able to understand what we're good at, also what we're passionate about. When we put those things together, those things become the goals in our lives. When we sit down and we think about what do we want to achieve, those are the things that then provide us a way of thinking about what our purpose is in life.
Doing your best really has to do with you. It doesn't have to do with anybody else. And I think if we get past this point of always evaluating ourselves in relationship to the next person, we'll be much more successful at whatever we do. So doing your best might not be the best that you're ever going to do at whatever this task is, but it's the best you can do at that particular time with the knowledge you have and the skill you have. You will always move up from that, or you'll move on from that. Don't judge what your best is, just put in the effort.
To do your best, you want to start with committing to it. You want to have a mindset that says, I'm going to do the best that I can in this situation, in this task, or this job. It's an interesting dynamic that when we commit to doing our best, we actually take back that responsibility. We take ownership of what's happening. Your boss may come to you and say, I need you to do this, or you may have a large project that seems overwhelming. And when we look at that from a perspective of someone else's expectation on us to meet a certain standard, we can often feel, we can feel maybe oppressed. We can feel that this is something I'm obligated to do. But when we commit to doing our best, we actually take control of it back. When we commit to saying, how can I go beyond the call of duty here? How can I go beyond what's expected of me? There is a dynamic, an emotion that you will begin to take on that gives you passion and enthusiasm and excitement because you're going to deliver far beyond what's expected.
Your day at work starts long before you get to work. And it starts, for me, when I leave the house and I say goodbye to my husband. I get on the train, I engage with the conductor, I get off, I walk across the street, I know everybody on the street. I come into the building, I know the guys that are here. Everybody greets me with a smile. And people will say to me, Julia, how do you know everybody? And I think I have taken the time over the years to stop and say hello to people, to talk to their dog, to comment on what they're wearing, to photograph them. I try to be engaged. And I think that over the years, I've met a lot of people that way. So the idea that you make a difference in the world, I used to think I'd make a difference in the world and I would be a famous designer in some way. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think every day you can make something better, even just by smiling at somebody. So little bits add up to something that's an accomplishment.
If you want to bring some energy, some excitement into the room with you or to a group of people, you want to start with your face. Are you smiling? What does your face say about what do you think about the atmosphere and the environment or the people that you're with? So start with the smile, but also think about what do your facial expressions say? What does your body language say? Are you open? You want your body language to express that you are interested and that you've got some excitement about being where you are. So you want to also think about your language as well. What does your language express about your energy and your enthusiasm? You want your language to be positive. You want your language to express that there is hope, there's excitement, that there's things that are positive about what's happening, not negative.
Remember these points. Find your purpose. Do your best and energize others.